Okay, so I am doing a short. Hopefully it's going to be a short, but we'll see, right? So this is Conversations with Lady O. Mirror work conversations. The season of mirror work has begun. So I just saw a video that was released in regards to asking an opinion on this backlash, some apparent backlash that Kemi is getting for her comments about her lived life experience growing up in Nigeria. And someone was mentioning, a reporter apparently is out there comparing her to the previous leadership, saying how the Indian leader or the conservative leader of Indian descent didn't speak bad about India and yada yada yada. Okay, that's how they want to play it. They want to. That's those men. How those men want to play it. That's how those men want to play it. Kemi is she's cut from a different cloth. She tells her story, she tells her truth, and she did this because people are thinking that she somehow got favored into this, and she tell people, listen, and this is what I respect. I'm not agreeing with everything about Kemi, but what I do respect is that she tells her truth. She's not sugarcoating it. This is her lived life experience, and it is a direct response to people that want to think that she was given it because she got some golden experience, that she was somehow the quote unquote white man's tool, that she was placed. No, she told, like, she's in the Kamala. She really worked at McDonald's. She really did do things part-time. She really went to school part-time. She really was handed the last bit of savings, like so many immigrant international students, to go and pursue. And she actually did do that. She didn't come to any Western civilization and partied her butt off and wasted the parents' inheritance or wasted her gifts, her talents. She didn't get caught up in the nightlife. She didn't turn out like, some stories we hear of international students when they come to the Western land. And then we have the success stories of international students that come and they focus. She has dual citizenship like so many others. And she laid the groundwork and said, no, this is my lived life experience. This is what happened, because people want to know, how did you become? How did you become? And she's like, no, let me let you know how I became. So if anything, Nigeria, instead of getting upset that she's telling truth about her lived life experience, about how it is there, don't be getting all upset in your emotions. This is your time for your mirror work. This is your season of mirror work, you leadership. Instead of the people of Nigeria getting all, bothered, if this is your lived life experience and what she said happened is true, turn to your government. It's your government that should be the one that is hanging their head in shame, that despite of and in spite of, look what she became. And if anything, she is a positive reinforcement of what can be done with grit, determination, and perseverance, and focus, and keeping a standard for yourself. Now, is it a negative for Nigeria, again, that one of your own has to leave as a result of the quality of life that was happening there? She talked about what happened. All of the family's wealth and fortune and whatever they had was decimated. So I'm sorry. What are you upset at? Really, truly. Like, this identity politics of being upset because you think when someone speaks about your country that it's an attack on you, then that means you've equated your value based on your nation, based on your country. So if the leader tanks your country and puts it in the gutter, you feel like the gutter. Maybe you need to separate your identity from these made up narratives where these politicians make you hang your hat on what they say you are based on how well or how destructive they make your nation. That is why the people of Congo, the people of Burkina Faso, the people of Niger, Mali, actually all African nations and the Caribbeans of the Americas are looked down on, maybe because they have made your country a quote unquote third world country where you are being seen as a third world person. I'm sorry, no. So maybe we need to change our mindset and not be going after Kemi for her lived life experience at the hand of your leadership, and turn to your leadership and demand that they change the standard of living, the quality of life, so that Nigerians don't leave having this type of story. How about we do that? It's no different than Canadians here, where Justin Trudeau used that against the people to be so compliant that they just lay down and have him walk over them and allow themselves to be used and abused and disrespected because Canada seems so nice and so pleasant. Maybe it's time that people stop equating how your leader has made your country to how you feel about who you are. How about they see Kemi's story as a positive reinforcement of a Nigerian woman who left boldly and courageously to return to another place that she has roots in and made a life of her for herself, following and maintaining and staying in line of her moral principles. We don't know everything Kemi did, but from what we see and what we hear, she didn't drop her conservative morals and values and went all progressive and don't know that she's a woman and thinks that she's a man and believe that she is so and start to embrace all of these ideologies. Even though she went to a Western school, it sounds like she stayed lockstep into her principles on how she was trained and brought up, and she allowed herself, I'm sure, to be exposed to all the culture and all of the things around her, but she stayed true to her roots, which again sheds light that conservatism is a way of life and belief that's rooted in natural law of certain natural principles that are innate to the natural man and natural woman who were originally formed in the image of who? Liberalism, conservatism, libertarianism. Who was the original man and woman shaped in the image of? And that image has principles attached to it, has laws attached to it. Who was the original man and woman formed and shaped in? And then the breath of life from the shaper was blown into the shaped. So that's why people are just shocked that finally Kemi is the one representing conservative. Listen, Nigeria Vice-President and the people of Nigeria that's gotten their knickers all in a bunch, you need to go iron it out. You need to go relax yourself